President Trump is flailing as Republicans squabble over his signature piece of legislation, his tax cut plan. Meanwhile, amid the special counsel's Russia probe, and after the terror attack in Manhattan, he's sounding increasingly authoritarian. For more on this, it's time for a closer look. Trump has gone 9 months without a major legislative achievement as his health care bill imploded and his infrastructure plan fizzled. So he's betting everything on the tax cut plan Republicans unveiled today. Now, this is not the largest tax cut in history. Larger tax cuts were passed twice under Obama and once under Reagan. But as usual, that has not stopped Trump from lying over and over again.
This will be the biggest tax cut in history, in the history of our country, and that's great.
It'll be the largest tax cuts in the history of our country by far.
This is the largest tax cut in the history of our country.
All told, it'll be the greatest tax reduction in the history of our country.
So we're going to have the largest tax cut ever.
A giant, beautiful, massive, the biggest ever in our country, tax cut.
Man, he just cannot help himself. Was he like this when Ivanka was born? This is the first baby ever born. There's never been anything like this in the history of the world. Donald, you already have an older son. That guy, I'll believe it when he releases his birth certificate. Now, Republicans were originally supposed to unveil their tax plan yesterday, but delayed the announcement until today because they couldn't agree on ways to pay for their giant corporate tax cut. In fact, Republicans couldn't even come to an agreement on the name of the bill. ABC News reported yesterday that less than 24 hours before the bill is slated to be revealed, there's still dispute over the name. Trump has been insisted that the bill be called the Cut, Cut, Cut Act. The Cut, Cut, Cut Act. Our president is so addled he can only think in chants. Lock her up, build a wall, cut, cut, cut. Mr. President, what's on the agenda today? We want golf. Now, it would still be helpful, of course, if the President of the United States could actually articulate to voters what the plan does and why it would be good for the country. But as we saw with healthcare, he can't do that because he doesn't know anything. In fact, at a cabinet meeting yesterday, when Trump tried to explain the details of the tax plan, all he could do was describe in the most generic terms possible the basic process of passing a bill.
The House is, I must tell you, they've been working really hard, and they're coming up with a great plan. And the Senate's coming up with a great plan, and they're going to be put together, and something's going to come out of that will be, I think, really, really something very special. Again, we're doing Senate, we're doing a House, it's put together, and then we have our beautiful new tax cuts and reform.